Hello everyone and welcome to the Best in Luxury Beauty 2020 week. For today, considering it's Tom Ford Tuesday, you know, the day we dedicate to Tom Ford beauty, today I'm going to be sharing with you my most used, most loved favorites for 2020 Tom Ford Tuesday edition. Let's go ahead and get started. So, with it being Tom Ford Tuesday, you know the whole entire face is Tom Ford. I am wearing Soleil Neige on the eyes. This blue, literally everywhere. And then on my lower lash line, I'm wearing one of my absolute favorite cream and powder duos. This is in Naked Bronze. All of the other products that I've used on my face and everything that I'm going to mention in today's video will be listed and linked down below in the description box for you. So the reason that this series currently is called the unofficial Tom Ford Tuesday is because I have hopes that we together can make it the official Tom Ford Tuesday. I would really love for Tom Ford Beauty to recognize this little series that we've created here. So once that happens in the future, we will then be able to call it the official Tom Ford Tuesday. But until then, we'll be calling it the unofficial Tom Ford Tuesday, and that's the explanation for that. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into the best of Tom Ford 2020. So in 2020, I reached for these eye products the most out of all of my eyeshadows. Yes. And they are the cream and powder eye duos. And these two shades in particular, so Golden Peach and Naked Bronze, were the two that I reached for most. And the Naked Bronze is the one I'm wearing on my lower lash line today. I love the fact that these don't crease, these don't smudge, these don't budge. They blend so easily. This is a product that you can throw in for a 5-minute makeup look and you will be done in less than one. So this one in particular is the Naked Bronze. This one is the one I use most. The bottom you have a cream, and up top you have an eyeshadow. It's a little sparkling eyeshadow. You do get a mirror as well. And this shade in particular is just the most beautiful bronzy shade. Now, what I love is that you can apply them with your finger or you can apply them with a brush, and they blend out seamlessly, effortlessly. Do you see that? And that's just with my finger. Now, what's fun is you can also go into the little eyeshadow portion. I prefer using it with my finger. You can go on top of the cream, or you can just use it to highlight on the inner corner, tap it on the center of the lid. It is quite versatile. Let me show you a quick swatch of Golden Peach. This one is more of a pinky kind of tone. So the texture on these is like a moussey cream. They do build up. They do blend super nicely. Finger, brush, whatever you choose. And then this one too, you get the eyeshadow up top. Now I definitely recommend that you go in with your finger with these. I feel like they did just work better and stick better. And that's usually the way I have used them. These two throughout the year have helped me create the most easy, pull together, quick makeup looks. They wear so well. I don't have any issues with creasing or them smudging and moving around or getting anywhere. The formula on these is fantastic. It's not a new product. It's been around for a while. They do have times where with certain collections they'll release other colors and such, but these are quite awesome and they've made it into the best of 2020 for good reason. So Tom Ford released the Shade and Illuminate face and eye palettes. This year, these face and eye palettes included a contouring bronzing shade and then a highlighter. Previous years, it was a blush and then highlighter. Either way, great job with these. They were super versatile. You could tell that a lot of thought went into the color stories. They were great for darker skin tones, lighter skin tones. There was something for everyone. So they really knocked it out of the park with those. They came out with a total of 4. I finally completed the collection and bought Moss Agate. Hey, yo. The 2 that I have used the most, with good reason, this year is Red Harness. Ooh. Red Harness. Oh, she's so beautiful. And Rose Cashmere. This one is the lighter one of the 2. But this one is so beautiful. I know it looks light, but I have been able to use every single shade in here. And I go in with this as a blush because it's a pinky tone. And it is so beautiful. It's great as an eyeshadow, but I love it as a blush. And then all of these other shades. Let me swatch them for you. Now, yes, everything looks light, but the shadows are actually very nice for one and dones. And then this is a contouring shade. For me, I don't use it as such. I just put it on the eyes. As you can see, it's soft. And then this highlighter, as yellow as it looks, it does blend out so nicely and gives the most beautiful glow on the skin. I love that they put the wet dry formula in here. It's the best when it comes to the Tom Ford eyeshadows. And they did the same thing with the contouring and highlighting shade. They did that Big Chalet, which is that nice quality that just melds and blends into your skin seamlessly, easily, beautifully. Now, Rose Cashmere, even though she's light, she got a lot of use. I was actually quite surprised. But the quality is outstanding, and I love these. They are so beautiful. I hope he does more. Isn't the color story beautiful on Red Harness? I do go into the more reddish tone as a blush. It's so beautiful. I use my Wayne Gloss number 14. It diffuses it out. Oh, chef's kiss. It's hard to not want to reach for this palette. Here are swatches of it. The first 4 are the eyeshadows, and the bottom 2 is the contour and highlighting shade. I am wearing the contour from Red Harness, but that is pretty much what she looks like on the skin. Again, I have dedicated videos to these if you're interested in like more details and in depth. Right now we're kind of just cruising through. Next up is the Shade and Illuminating Powder Duo. This one in particular is Mood Light. See that highlight? It's just so beautiful. I mixed the 2. The formula is outstanding. It melds and blends into your skin effortlessly. It builds and it builds up beautifully. I reach for this so much, and it's a true classic. This is the lighter one, and this is the darker one. I most often just mix the 2. But either way, just such a beautiful formula. Another highlighting product is the Sheer Highlighter Duo in Reflex Gilt. This is another go-to for me. The formula is out of this world. I love the colors. I'll show you quick swatches of Reflex Gilt right beside Mood Light. If I had to choose between the 2, I would personally go with Mood Light. I like that one just a little tiny bit more if I had to choose between the 2. But they both are here in the best of 2020 because they're both really amazing. Curious as to what base products made it in for the best of 2020 Tom Ford. Was it the cushion? The tinted moisturizer? Was it the serum? Something more illuminating? Or the soft matte? Don't forget to give today's video a thumbs up, guys. Well, as I love all of my Tom Ford products, and you know this, I had to pick the best of. And these are the best of. The Flawless Glow Serum Foundation. Can you tell I really, 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 really like this stuff? This is such a beautiful formula. I love the packaging. Now, this is a serum-like dropper. It's very light in coverage. It's something you can just throw on with your hands. This is very skin-like. Gives a beautiful glow. Wears very nicely at that. This is a really nice base product from Tom Ford. If I'm not mistaken, this was the last foundation that he released for this year. This is the Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. This is nice. I do believe that this replaced the previous soft matte foundation. You know, just want to mention this. Tom Ford's foundations, for the most part, are quite inclusive. This was not very inclusive, and the shade range on the tinted moisturizer could have been better. But for the most part, when it came to the heavy hitters, okay, they did a great job with the shade range. And I'm really, really, really happy for that. Really am. Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. This, to me, translates as the most beautiful modern matte foundation. This is more so a medium to buildable full coverage. It's like it's described, a very soft matte. It's not a flat matte. It's a matte that leaves your skin looking like healthy skin without all that extra dewiness and extra glow. It's a beautiful balance. As a combination skin person, whereas my dry areas are here and my oily areas are here, they both play well and look and wear well whenever I use this foundation. I will say, this also gives a soft blur to your skin. And it kind of plays well with the matte because it's not leaving you looking dry at all. You're just looking soft, perfected, evened out. This is also sweat and humidity resistant. Would you look at that? I did a nice wear test with this. I'm a Florida girl. It's humid here all the time. So I found it to be like perfect for that. And I mean, I didn't sweat profusely or anything, but you know, when it gets a little warm, your skin gets just a little tinge of that mistiness to it. It did good. It really did good with that. I think the next foundation I need to try from Tom Ford is the stick. I haven't tried it. I know, what? Who am I? This is going to be no surprise that this made it to the best of 2020. And I mean, oh my gosh, with its price tag, it better. I'm kidding. This is definitely one of my most used foundations, other than my Lumiere and my Chantecaille and a few others. So let me just be clarifying things. This has to be the most beautiful foundation from Tom Ford ever. This is what I'm wearing today. This is what I wear most days. But what's great about it is it's a medium to full coverage foundation that still lets your skin look like skin. You can sit there and kind of build it up and keep building it up, and it doesn't look heavy or cakey on the skin. It's got such a beautiful formula, an amazing shade range, like yes please and thank you. This has that beautiful three-dimensional radiance that reflects light. So this is a more luminous type foundation, but it's not a dewy, over the top, you look greasy, ew. No, this is just healthy, glowing, beautiful skin. And I mean, the packaging is outstanding. I have so many videos with this, you guys. I love it so much. Emotionproof Concealer. Now there's a total of 12 shades to choose from. So when I was purchasing mine, I said I went and I got shade 9. Whoa. Wow. Shade range could be a little bit better because 9 was way bright. Way bright. And no thank you. This is a full coverage concealer. It's waterproof, hence the name Emotionproof, so you can cry and you're good to go. You're not going to get those little tear marks. I haven't tried it, but I'm just saying that's what their claims are. And what's really nice is it gives a natural finish even though it is fuller coverage. So that's the shade number 10. It is a very thin consistency. Gives really nice coverage. This is a product you can blend with your finger because it's so thin and comfortable. Not a matte finish. I want to say it's a more radiant finish. It's not a super dewy finish. It just looks like hydrated and healthy under eyes. I blend this with my finger or with a sponge, and either way, it always looks and wears beautifully. Another wonderful classic. Everyone that has ever tried it pretty much says the same exact thing. It's the eye defining pen from Tom Ford. This pen has a little bit of a weight to it, so it feels very nice in the hand, and the weight actually helps you to draw on the best wings of your life. Now, This is a dual-ended product. On one end, you have a more shorter tip, great for precision and little details. And then you have the longer felt tip. So easy to work with. I have perfected my wing game because of this. Now, this lasts forever. The ink is nice and dark. It goes and glides over more glittery shadows very easily. And let's say you had a ton of glitter and you want to more so refresh your ink. You go into the cap and it has a little spring motion. You see that? You keep doing that and it refreshes your tip. The Lash Raise from Tom Ford is amazing. I love the wand. This is the wand. I love the shape of the wand. The little bristles capture each lash. And I love, it doesn't put too much product. It separates, it lifts. It doesn't flake. It doesn't irritate my eye. I love it on the lower lash line. And this is on sale for like 20 something bucks. Yes, please. And then the Badass Mascara, which was inspired by a biker chick. That's what Tom Ford said. He was inspired by a biker chick when he created this. So it's got that little attitude and sass to it. You can build it with coats and coats. But I love the wand on this. It gives a curl. It separates, it lifts, it wears beautifully on. I've been able to take a couple of coats with these and do no lashes, no false lashes, and they really wear beautifully. So these are, I think, the best when it came to his mascaras this year, for sure. For sure for me. Yes. Ooh, so if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you're liking today's video. Now let's get into the last few bits of the best in Tom Ford for 2020. So I mentioned earlier that I am wearing Soleil Neige on the eyes. I mostly use the denim shade from this palette. I just love the tone of blue in this. I feel like it looks like a pair of denim jeans, like the most perfect pair of denim jeans. They may have some rips in them, but they may not. It all depends. But the wet dry formula is my absolute favorite formula. Blends beautifully with your finger, blends beautifully with a brush, wet or dry. But I will tell you, these were around for quite a while. I think it's just now that they're completely gone. But the Soleil Neige collection was out for quite a while this year. And I got so much use out of this palette, especially when I wanted to be extra and dramatic like now, you know. Another palette from this year. Oh my gosh, this came and like just pushed everybody out the way. Like, excuse me, I'm here. It's another dramatic one, but oh, it's so beautiful. And yet it is one that you can create more wearable looks with. It all depends on your techniques and the brushes you use. This is Mercurial. And Mercurial is just so beautiful. And Mercurial is quite special to me. I did my first live here on my channel talking about Mercurial. But do you see these colors? You can definitely go in with this shade with a fluffy brush, do a little one and done with her. In my personal opinion, I think that this is quite a beautiful palette, and it came and was not playing around, and I think we all loved Mercurial quite a bit this year. I know I did. Another one that came this year and did not come to play was First Frost. First Frost is so soft and pretty, and whenever I use it, I feel like a little ice princess. But what's really great is I recently did another look with it, and I pulled the more darker shades, and I was able to create a soft, smoky kind of look. And that's something I always try to do my best whenever I'm creating looks with these quads is you see 4 shades, you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to be stuck doing the same looks. Not so much. You do have versatility with just 4 shadows. Absolutely. It's pinky, champagne-y, bronzy. I know people are like, oh, how many frosty champagne shades do you need? I need them all, especially in the wet dry formula. Do you see that? It's so beautiful. Let's start off with what I'm wearing. I'm actually wearing an interesting combination. This is an Emotionproof eyeliner from Tom Ford, and I love this. It's creamy, it lasts, it's very easy to work with. This is in this shade Chocolat. It is, as it sounds, a nice creamy brown. And what I actually did for my lip today is I put this as my lip liner. And I went in with this little guy, which these are now on sale too. So grab a few, grab one, grab two, you know, links will be down below for you. It's in the shade Apres Soleil. Okay, forgive me. All of my stuff looks ugh because I use it. But this is Apres Soleil. It is such a creamy and balm-like consistency, and it's the most beautiful nude shade, and that's what I'm wearing with that liner. This has kind of been my combo, my cocktail per se. And right now, especially, you cannot beat these. These are $19. And it is really a cute size compared to the originals from Tom Ford. The other lipstick that is so beautiful. Pussycat is a pinky plum, such a beautiful shade. It's in the matte formula, but Tom Ford's mattes are very comfortable and not overly drying on your lips. And this is just my color. This is my color. I have to thank Carolyn of CV Makeup Lover. Do you see this packaging? I want a whole entire collection from Tom Ford in this packaging. Please? This is a permanent lipstick shade, but the packaging, oh my gosh. It's in the shade Indian Rose. This is another pinky, mauve-y shade. I love these tones of pink. This is his regular lipstick, so it's more so like a satin finish, very comfortable. These last two products, I have not been able to not use together. It's just like I can't not use them together. You don't have to, but it's just me. Because I'm a lipstick cocktail kind of girl. I love mixing my products. I'm talking about Balm Frost and the lip blush. They both come in the beautiful gold packaging. Now, Balm Frost came out with First Frost, and I am so embarrassed at how this thing looks. I almost don't want to show you. Ew, don't judge me. But that's the remnants of my Balm Frost. It's literally just a balm with a little bit of sparkle in it. But what I like to do, because all on its own, it's beautiful. It's very soft. It just gives your lips that glowing, very shiny without feeling heavy and goopy look. But what I like to do is I like to mix it with the lip blush. And the lip blush is something that you apply. It's clear. As this warms up with your body heat, it changes color. And if you can see on the tip of mine, you can see it has that little pink. That's more or less the shade that I get whenever I use this. But I like to go in with this. And this is also one that you can apply a little bit to get a soft little touch of pink, or you can keep applying and build up the pink. And what I love to do is I'll apply this first and then go over top with the Balm Frost. Ooh, that has been my combo of 2020. 2020, another year in the books, guys. Wow. Definitely let me know some of your favorite Tom Ford products. Comment them down below. Thank you so much for hanging out on our unofficial Tom Ford Tuesday. Stay beautiful, guys. I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.